You've definitely never seen a game like this. All cars are driverless, and every car is full of momentum. Number 43 is a legendary king of a generation, and it is his last battle. If she can win the championship, she will draw a perfect end to her career. Number 26 is the uncrowned King Roadhog. He is a veritable track killer. Number 95 is the new Lightning McQueen on the field. This is his first time in the Pistons Cup. If he wins first, he will break a new record in the event and become the youngest champion. And accidents always come so suddenly. Roadhog knocked McQueen off the track with a single acceleration, kept taunting him for being a naughty brat. Immediately afterwards, he knocked over the car on the side, causing a serious car accident, trying to block the progress of other players. But even so, he still couldn't stop McQueen's footsteps, and I saw him taking a coquettish position. However, one accident car after another saw that the front was blocked, a squat jump, and then used a double jump to break out of the tight encirclement perfectly. However, McQueen, who is a new player in the arena, has a bad hobby, that is, he does not change the nail polish during the game, which makes the maintenance team annoyed every time, but this time he paid the price for his lack of arrogance. The tire burst suddenly. Seeing this scene, the maintenance team smashed things straight, and McQueen could only continue to move forward with sparks and lightning. Just 10 meters from the finish line, the tire blew again. Looking at the fast-chasing opponent behind him, McQueen moved forward with a little force. Seeing that he was about to be overtaken, he had an idea and stuck out his tongue to cross the finish line. Finally, after slow-motion playback, 3 cars were found. Even tied first, the problem is that there is only one Champions League. The organizers decided to let them play again after 3 weeks. In this way, McQueen got into the trailer and was ready to go to the next arena. Exhausted, he thoroughly enjoyed the massage and slept, but he never expected it. In the second half of the night, but in the end he fell asleep in a daze, and the model in the car accidentally fell off. Open the trunk. In this way, the sleeping Lightning McQueen was thrown in the middle of the road. When 3 big trucks approached in crisis, the sober McQueen hurriedly resorted to the highway. He was unfamiliar with his life and began to search for the correct route, but he accidentally entered Route 66. As he was speeding all the way, he was targeted by a police car. He rushed into a small town in a panic. It was said that the statue was accidentally caught, so it was dragged all the way, and the road was also destroyed. Not long after going out, he was hooked by a wire. In the end, he was unlucky, and the peak was directly hung in the air. The next day, he was taken to town court. After a trial, McQueen had to fix the damaged road before leaving. But as a top driver, he has never done such a rough job. In order to be able to leave early, McQueen perfunctory actually spent 3 hours. After 6 days of work was done, the road repaired was better than endless. The 2 residents fell apart. The mayor asked him to rework, but the big McQueen didn't listen at all. I didn't expect the mayor to say that he would pass the racing car, and he didn't pay attention to this classic car at all, so he agreed. As soon as the game started, McQueen rushed out at an acceleration, but the captain stayed where he was and didn't move. A classic car is going to compete with a top racing car, but I never expected the classic car to win the victory. It turns out that the mayor has already decided. Strangely, McQueen, who was traversing the track, couldn't control the country dirt road at all. As expected, McQueen, who was running all the way, couldn't control it when he was cornering and plunged into the cactus. McQueen, who lost the game, could only obey the agreement obediently. Honestly, go to shovel asphalt, and even work overtime at night. But McQueen never forgot to conquer that dirt road, but no matter how hard he tried, he still couldn't get past that corner. The intelligent and kind-hearted McQueen didn't appreciate it, but on this day, he accidentally entered a warehouse and found the piston trophies he had been dreaming of. There were still 3, but they were treated like garbage. Throwing it in the corner, selling it with a big mouth. Unbelievable, the quality is actually the Triple Crown 50 years ago. Hudson retired from racing because of an on-track accident and went into incognito. At this moment, the mayor suddenly appeared, saw McQueen trespassing into his warehouse, and angrily drove him out. In the days that followed, McQueen also experienced the enthusiasm of the residents of the town. Not only did someone help him repair it and clean the body of it, but he even met his beloved goddess, and she also learned about it. The reason for the decline of the town used to be very prosperous, but since the construction of a closer Route 40, Route 66 has gradually been forgotten, and the town has gradually declined. At night, McQueen followed the trailer die to the field to tease the tractor, and when he honked the horn, they woke up instantly and fell to the ground in fright, and the big brother of the vending machine was chased and ran around. The 2 were happy like children. Diane excitedly called McQueen to the car, said that his biggest dream was to take a helicopter. It was only by chance that McQueen discovered that the mayor was wanton. As soon as she put on the racing tires, she rushed out. Facing the corner of death, McQueen was stunned by a perfect drift that easily crossed this one. He didn't expect the mayor to turn his head and run away as soon as he saw him. It didn't take long for the road to be repaired and McQueen was about to leave when a light came on. A large number of reporters arrived, because after the disappearance of the championship favorite McQueen, people all over the world were busy looking for him. But no one thought that this big star would actually build a road in a remote town. McQueen wanted to say goodbye, but was surrounded by flashes of light, and he was pushed away from his friends in a trailer. In the early morning of the second day, McQueen, who had not had time to recover his spirits, was forced to go to the field. As soon as the race started, McQueen was dropped by the other 2 racers, but he was in no hurry. He even had time to miss his little girlfriend, and he rushed off the track in a distraction. At this moment, a familiar voice came into my ears. It turned out that the mayor came with friends from the town. The arrival of the mayor caused a sensation in the audience, and everyone was surprised by the former Snake King. Actually appeared again, and even became McQueen's coach. Seeing familiar friends, McQueen immediately cheered up. McQueen had an unexpected tire blowout during the race, but luckily he arrived at the pit in time, but his pit team was ridiculed for picking up rubbish, and the result was 1 second. This smooth reload speed shocked the opponent's jaw. In this championship final, McKee easily overtakes on the inside, frantically chasing the number of laps left behind. But just when she wanted to overtake again, Roadhog used a shady trick that caused McQueen to fall behind by 1 degree, but he didn't expect that he would actually overtake the car again with the help of a bark call. This scene stunned the audience, but Roadhog didn't give up, and rammed again, actually taking McQueen's tires. It broke that he drove slowly to the maintenance station, and the opponent next to him was still taunting. As a result, the maintenance workers' fierce operation made this group of people look stupid. The hat and helmet went straight to catch up, but he wanted to play a new one, but he saw that he opened his bow left and right, knocked McQueen out of the track. By the way, I completed the overtaking, and I saw that I was about to win the championship, but an accident happened to Roadhog, who was unwilling to be the 3rd place. He rolled over and threw it out of the track. Seeing it lay dying on the lawn, McQueen suddenly remembered what happened to the mare. He suddenly stopped before the finish line. Down. Roadhog drove past him, but McQueen started to reverse, came to the king, and pushed him slowly across the finish line. At this moment, all the audience began to cheer. Although Roadhog won the championship, there were boos below. He was spurned by everyone, even the trophy was thrown up. McQueen, who lost the game, was approached by sponsors and invited him to go to a bigger arena, but McQueen refused. He really wanted to be with his friends. However, he finally made a small request, that is, to fulfill his century-old dream and let him do a helicopter story. In the end, Xiaojun was brought alive by McQueen's fame. Now he is no longer arrogant. In fact, he is a real success in life. It is not as simple as surpassing others and becoming the first. We are always blindly pursuing and losing the direction of life. When we did get the number 1, we tend to get lost and feel lost because that's not the success we want. In fact, the real success is not to surpass others, but to surpass yourself.